Okay, I am going live. Hi, everybody. It's Anne Marie, the Art of Healing. I am here in Western Florida, and it is 3:01 p.m. And it is actually the height of the eclipse for us here in the Tampa Bay area. And I just just wanted to come on for a second and share this. Of course, we are filled with chemi-chem-chems. And because of the chemi-chem-chems, you can't really see very much. However, this is my very primitive viewer. And I think you can see the little crescent dots. There you go. And that is how I am looking at the eclipse. All right. So yeah, I want us to just kind of like feel into the energy of the eclipse. This is the height of it for us. You can't see anything because, like, you know, the chemi-chem-chems. Let's go back to my thing here. And there you go. You can see the crescents on the paper. So it's a transformational energy, everybody. It's not the end of the world kind of energy. It's very transformational. It's good to be out in the sun. Of course, like I said, chemi-chem-chem. But I'm not going to even worry about that because they can try whatever they want, and it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. We got this, right? We got this. Let's try it again. And we can see, I think my paper shifted a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. Sorry about the really primitive nature, but there you go. That is about as much of the eclipse as we are going to get here in Western Florida. This is my backyard. That lake is not part of my, technically, it's part of a, you can't see anything with the distortion that was thrown up. But you know what? Nature keeps going. The sky is not falling. I hear my cat. This is my fig tree. And there's my cat, Bray. There's my cat, Bray, former New York cat. Hi, kitty kitty. Miss Bray Bray. All right, and I see that there's one person watching. Thank you for being on here. I am going to go through the house. I'm going to leave the outside, say goodbye to solar. Okay, and the height of the eclipse. You can definitely feel that it is less hot, you know, a much less strong sun energy. Even when they put the chemi-chem-chems, yeah. My neighbor let me see it through some of her glasses a little bit ago. That's pretty cool. One last little glance, and then I have a lot to catch you guys up on. And we can do a little bit of chit-chatting. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 Eclipse version of Alive with Anne Marie, the Art of Healing. Now we're going to go through the house. And my mommy and my puppies are all sleeping, so I'm not going to interrupt them. But this past weekend, hello, if you're just joining, my name is Anne Marie, and I go by Anne Marie, the Art of Healing. And now I am in my bedroom, and I'm going to sit down and talk to you about my past weekend. Hello, my friends. Hello, everybody. If you're just joining, my name is Anne Marie, the Art of Healing. Hi, Morgan. Come over here, Morgan. My dog, Morgan, is saying, "What you doing, Mom?" Anyway, I wanted to say hello to everybody. It's been a while since I've been on. And in honor of the eclipse, which is at its peak right now here in west central Florida. And it's quite a significant part of the sun has been covered up. I was surprised to see it. So if you rewind in the beginning of the video, um, you'll see what we saw. Um, a good part of the moon or covered up the sun, so it's pretty cool. So I woke up this morning with an incredible lightness of feeling, having endured some very dense, heavy energies, very destabilizing energies. And if you are aware of um, the earthquakes that happened up in New Jersey, New York area, that metropolitan area, what what preceded them was actually a storm that began all the way down here in Florida, came on shore in west central Florida, and then just made its way all up the eastern seaboard. Now, what's interesting, it was a Tuesday, I think. It was a Tuesday, and we were under tornado watch the entire day. I myself get, I'm very sensitive to energy. And I was, at one point, I said that I wanted to rip my skin off. I was just, the energy was like Hulk energy. The only thing I can think of is that I was being affected by this, whatever technology was being used to accelerate that storm that turned into a nor'easter, went all the way up to Maine. This was last week. Monday and Tuesday, I could not control myself. It was absolutely the most desperate that I had felt in amazingly long time. I can't tell if there's anybody in a chat. If you're watching, give me a thumbs up. I'd like to see ya. Let's see. View chat options. All chats are visible. Welcome to live chat. I don't know if you can say hello if you're watching me. Hello there, Anne. Nice to see you. Thank you. So I'm talking a little bit about what's been going on with me energetically this past week. And I would like you all to understand that we are, it's not us, okay? Um, it's a lot of things. Now, what I experienced last week was most definitely external and artificial because I'm no longer in that manic world that I used to inhabit. So before I had my awakening in the very early parts when my life completely fell apart, and before, really from actually pre 9/11, I was just talking to my friend Nora Morney, and we were working at a Spirit Fest in Sarasota this past weekend. And I told her that, when my youngest son was about a year and a half, I had my first anxiety attack. And then when we moved to New York City and I was actually witness to 9/11, that's it. The anxiety went whooshu like that. So I know in my body when I get anxiety, and I know how it feels when it is generated by my own sense of panic. Okay. And I've experienced that not too long ago, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm able to bounce back and I'm able to understand my own mind. So be kind to yourself if you do experience anxiety. It's like a wave that you have to ride, and then when it's over, you can subside and recover, and self care. But what I experienced last week during the storm, we had an entire day of violent rain and tornado watch clouds and energy. And that was not natural. That I felt was some sort of technology that I was experiencing. So, everybody, we're all going through it. It's a huge roller coaster of energy. Right now, we're experiencing the eclipse energy. And this morning, I woke up really happy, really clear. Okay. I don't know. I feel very, very hopeful. Thank you so much for doing that. Hi, just welcome if you're tuning in. It's me, Anne Marie, the Art of Healing. I went outside and it was the peak of the eclipse over here in Florida. We did have almost half of the sun go out. So, another thing I want to talk about is dragon energy. So, from what I understand, the Chinese used to believe that when they experienced a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse, it was the dragon taking a bite out of the moon or taking a bite out of the stars. Dragon energy, the year of the dragon. I just did a Spirit Fest Expo in Sarasota, and wouldn't you know, I had the two readers and psychics that were next to me, the side chicks. They're a married couple, women that I adore. And I've known them really, they were my neighbors the first time that I did a Spirit Fest over 3 years ago. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of doing everything. And they put us back together again for this past weekend. And they are heavily into dragons. And I, the dragon energy has made itself very present and known to me for the past few years. But yesterday, I've got to share this story. And if you're new to my channel, thanks for being here. It's nice to have you. I met some amazing people and had some beautiful, beautiful clients come sit down with me. People who all needed the skill set that I offer. And I never judge these weekends, but anyway, this young couple came and sat down. They wanted to have a reading together. Okay, so the young woman sits down with me, and we get to doing her reading, and she's lovely, absolutely lovely. And then the gentleman, hey there, girl. Okay, hi. Nice to see you, Chastity. Love you, girl. And hello, Anne, and whoever else is on. Give me a like, okay, if you don't mind. I still got 0 likes. Y'all need to like this. Um, anyway, I'm here to represent the Eclipse Energy and to talk about this past weekend and this particular gentleman, young man that came to my booth. Hey, Brittany, good to see you, sweetheart. So this guy comes to sit down. Now, they are a black couple, African American, whatever you want to call it. She's gorgeous. He's handsome. They sit down, they're a young couple. And then he comes in front of me, and I say to him, okay, so is there anything that you want me to focus on for this reading? And he goes, yeah, I want to know why my energy has been so chaotic. And I was like, okay. Um, when did it start? Because I have to excavate these things. When did it start? And he said, 5 years ago. So 5 years ago. Okay. So I'm thinking, all right, it's pre-COVID. So it has nothing to do with that energy. So I wonder what it was. I said, so what happened 5 years ago? He said, well, I was in the Air Force, and I went from Utah to Korea. And I was like, oh, okay. You went to Korea. And I noticed he had a full sleeve dragon tattoo. And I said, okay, I said, I'm not even going to begin with the way I normally begin by measuring the chakras. I've got to get into your energy field. And his energy field was wacky, like it was, it would, you could just, I felt it. So it was crazy. So I'm in his energy field, and I'm telling you, all these things, every time I work on somebody, it's somebody brand new. Like it's different every single time, obviously. But with this guy, he's like, I can't concentrate. I don't know what's happening with my energy. It's like I can't focus on anything. And I got into his energy field, and I read energy, really. That's really what I do. I go in there and I read energy, and I'm able to work with the energy, and my guides go in and work with the energy. So I'm working with this guy, and it's like, grrr, so I'm all right, all right, all right, all right. So I look at his arm. He's got this amazing tattoo. Oh, cool. Hi, LG19. You're in the Air Force. Awesome. So this fellow went to Korea, and I'm like, where did you get this tattoo? I got it in Korea. I was like, okay, so I'm thinking, what if the place was kind of weird? Is it like an energy attachment? I don't know. So I'm like, I said, do you mind if I grab your arm? He's like, no, go right ahead. So I'm like working on his arm. I'm just holding it in different points, kind of working on the energy on the arm. We're talking about it. I get to his shoulder, lots of dense energy. I start grounding out this energy. Then I go and I map his chakras, and my pendulum was doing like ovals and stuff, like really bizarre behavior for measuring chakra energy. He has very high vibe energy. It's doing what I call quantum swing or the atomic swing. The pendulum literally goes like this, where his was going boom, boom, whoa, whoa, whoa. It was just like wacky, wacky doodle, wackety doodle. So I'm talking to him more. He's revealing more things to me. At some point, and forgive me for not being as specific as I really should be if I'm trying to explain the story to you, but really the brain goes a mushy mush mush, and I don't remember very much. But I measure his chakras, they're going wild and bonkers. And then all of a sudden, I start to twitch and channel. So my hands start to stomp, my feet start to stomp. It's freaking dragon energy. And this guy had literally brought back a dragon with him from South Korea. Literally brought back this dragon energy. And at some point, I felt this dragon go whoom and like settle all over him. And you know how you have these like Native American pictures of the wolf over the warrior? Okay. So like they take the skin of the wolf and they put it, well, the fucking dragon went like this on top of him. The wings went around him, the tail wrapped around him, and he calmed and he integrated. And I'm like goose pimply just talking about it. Now I said, okay, how do you feel? All right, because I'm always checking in. I'm like, what's going on in that brain? Okay, I'm telling you some really weird and far out stuff. Okay. And he goes, I'm okay. And I said, do you have any questions for me? And he says, what's its name? This is freaking crazy. All right. So I was like, okay. Now I have like a phobia for names. I hate figuring names out. So, but I take a deep breath, and the first thing that comes into my mind was Raphael. But it wasn't Raphael, it was Ra-El. Come on now, Ra-El. Are you crazy? The L is a suffix, okay? Raphael, Michael, Uriel, all right, my archangel energy. Then the bloody Ra prefix. Come on, Rael. The winged ones, the raw energy. He integrated this dragon, and it was an air dragon. Now, what was even more crazy about this story is that his name was spelled Jaleel, but pronounced Jaleel. Not Jaleel, Jaleel. And in the middle of all of this, I'm like, wait a minute, because I was write their name down. I have my book, and I have a book that I write in whenever I have a client. It's a big drawing book. And I write and I measure their chakras in it and I draw it down. So it's a reference for me because, like I said, my head goes mushy mush when I do these kind of things. I don't remember what goes through. And his name was Jaleel. It wasn't Jaleel, it was Jaleel. And in the middle of it, I'm like, wait a minute, your name is L. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, sir, I am honored to know you. He integrated a dragon. I was like, sir, you are dragon. And his girlfriend had a dragon tattoo on the side of her calf. And they got there. Whoops. I hope you can still see me. My battery's low powered. The girlfriend had a dragon tattoo on her outside of her calf. And they got them independently of each other. They didn't know each other when they had their dragon tattoos made. So, what? All right. And I was having like major dragon energy, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. In the past, I've shared stories of when the dragons have come in. Hi, I'm doing a live. Bye bye. It's my son's leaving. So, dragon energy was crazy. And he hugged me and he was calling me yes ma'am, and I love that when he calls me yes ma'am. I love that kind of like politeness, from military kids. He couldn't have been 30. I don't think he was 30. And he was just and he was cool with it. He's like, I feel good, I feel calm. I was like, sir, I said, young man, I said, I am so honored to know you. I am honored that you guys chose me. It's such an honor. Now, what I do is very specific. I'm not a general kind of thing, and I charge accordingly. And so, I mean, I don't get like back to back clients at these events like some tarot readers or whatever. I'm not that kind of psychic, intuitive energy worker. When I work, it's very specific. So the people that come to me, they have attached energies that we release. I had another beautiful woman, an older woman, like we're talking in her late 60s, mid 60s, who came to me. She walked in, and I was kind of at the beginning, like if you go around, and she's like, she saw me, and she's like, no, it's you. And she went all the way around, and then I had somebody sitting with me chit-chatting. She goes, no, 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 I'll come back, I'll come back. And anyway, she finally made it over to my table, sat down, and I'll feel things in their body. And I was on a volcano in Bali last February, volcano energy. Oh, absolutely. Yes, volcano energy, dragon energy, absolutely. So many parallels. Well, then you have fire dragons. So dragons are elementals, and this particular dragon that was on this boy was I identified it immediately as an air dragon. And what was really cool, let me go jump back a little bit. This kid's dragon tattoo, the sleeve, started up here, ended down here, and over here, he had one of the fates with blind eyes, but a vertical, eye here, and then an eye on her palm, okay? And the way that it was drawn, it was it was an air symbol because I wish I could have taken a picture of that too. That's what I really should have done now that I think about it, because it was so profound. You know, the Fates, the three sisters that they hold the eyeball and then they're like, give me the eyeball, give me the eyeball. Well, she wasn't a crone. She was a young woman and she had white hair, and the hair was like wings. And I was like, look at the air symbology. You were in the Air Force. This is an air dragon, no doubt about it. And the fate tattoo that he had here on this part of his arm, her hair was like wings. It just was too stylized. I was like, look at her hair, it's wings. Look at the symbology you've got going on here. Totally air dragon energy. So, yeah, dragons are elementals, earth, fire, water, air, for sure. And I'm sure there's another one. I'm not a scholar on this. I can only tell you what I know intuitively. So this other beautiful soul that came to me this past weekend, and I had a bunch of them, but this dragon story was really profound, and this other woman came to me, and I was feeling a density over in her lower chakras, kind of in between around her spine, her coccyx, hip area. And in terms of the measuring of her energy, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't bad. Like her energy wasn't horrible. But I asked her, I said, can you please tell me? Um, I said, can you please tell me why I am feeling this energy there when she had difficulty in her heart chakra and she had difficulty there. And she told me that she was sexually abused as a child. Now, this is a woman in her mid 60s to 70s, and she's been dealing with this trauma since then. And I said to her, was it ritualistic? And she said it was. And I said, okay, now I know what to do. So we literally drew that energy out. Um, we drew it out of her. I took it out. I exercised it. And the way that I deal with this is that I know it was a deposited, implanted energy. Okay. She didn't attract it to herself. This was done in a ritualistic manner. She said one time it was a ritual. I said, that's all I need to know. And when I tell you I felt it, I felt it. I gave it options. I said, you have two options. I said, I am here representing the love of all that is where you came from. And I told this energy, leave her now. You do not need to get your source from her. Your time is over. So your choices are this. You can go onward. I called Archangel Michael. I called Jesus, and I asked Michael and all his energies to come around. I said, you can take the hand of Michael and you can go with him and further your existence. Or Michael will take you back to source for recycling. There are no other options here. You have only two. And when I tell you, my energy went from this to that, I knew it took the option to go. So to a certain extent, I have clairvoyance. To a certain extent, I don't. Um, I don't see anything in Technicolor, but I get impressions, and I certainly feel it because I'm an intuitive psychic, and I just feel it. I know it, and I've learned never to doubt what comes through me. I can't. I can't doubt it at all because if I do, then what am I in this business for? What am I doing this for? I must believe exactly what I do 100%. And I'm telling you, it was a powerful weekend. So that's what I wanted to share with y'all today. I wanted to say hi there, share with you guys the peak of the Eclipse Energy. And I wanted to share with you this incredible dragon story that I had this past weekend with these amazing individuals. I am open for business, y'all. I am here to help you, to tutor you, to guide you, whatever it is that you need. I am here for you. I love you all. And if you want to have a little bit more intimate interaction with me, consider joining my Patreon community. I don't do quite a lot on there, but what I do, you've got me all to yourself for a relatively small fee a month. I love you guys. Be well, be blessed, and nothing's gonna stop this ascension process, y'all. And it's very beautiful. Before I go and before my phone dies on me, I just want to make sure you guys understand that the external world is in chaos because it's all unraveling. No one is in charge. Everybody is slinging as much crap as possible at each other. And all we have to do is hold and anchor the light because we totally, totally got this. All right, my beautiful friends, thanks for joining me. Please don't forget to hit the like button, share this information, share this light information, guys. Not because I want it, because people need it, man. People are needing it. They are waking up and waking up and waking up, and they need to hear this positive, okay, hold on. Tishatiri Yakuto. We are Raw. We are the Raw Collective. Do you think that we would leave this opportunity to chance? It is 333 on our dear one's device here, and it is appropriate for us to come and say hello. What our dear one is saying is true. You are the light of the world. You are anchoring the light, and the best way to anchor the light is to allow it to first illuminate you. You've got to allow yourself to become the clearest, most purest, most happy, most joyful vessel that the light of Christ consciousness can permeate. Start with yourselves, beautiful ones. That's why there are beings such as our dear one here on this planet at this time. Many of you are the light workers. Many of you have the gifts and the abilities to do whatever you want to do with them. You can do what this dear one does. You can do whatever you need to do. But there's always just a little bit something that's keeping you back. Now, we do not say that you must do what our dear one does. That is not what we're saying. What we're saying is that you have access to everything she does. You have it all. It is all within your realm of possibility. And everything that you need, whatever it is in your reality, your co created reality that, let us say, brings you down or keeps you back, it's an illusion. It's an illusion that you're creating in your minds, dear ones. What a grand and complicated illusion. But if you keep that forth, keep that in the front of your mind, that this is a grand illusion, then create an illusion that is joyful for you. Create a world that is joyful for you, that brings you peace, that brings you happiness. We will refer to what our dear one was talking about at the beginning and what she unfortunately went through last week. Yes, you do have interfering forces on this planet. They are desperate and they are using what they can in any manner that they can to affect you. They will use their weaponry to create problematic weather patterns. They will use their weaponry to shake the earth. But they are not in control. There are greater forces planetary forces, galactic forces, universal forces, source energy forces that are greater than anything that they can throw your way. You have a universe within you. You are greater, greater, greater than just what you think you are. You think that you are just this body, but you are not. You house the ability to create stars, to create planets, to create universes, and you will achieve it. You will achieve it. We wish to leave you with this beautiful imagery, dear ones. You are the sun. You are that which gives you life. And the sun and you are one. We are Ra. We are the Ra Collective. We send you our love, light, energy, and we bid you peace in the love and the light of the one infinite creator. Okay. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm at 14%. All right, don't forget, please, my friends, like and share and do all you can do because I love you much. Be well, be blessed. Happy Eclipse Day. Love you all so much. Mwah. Bye-bye.